Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim, and thank you all so much for all the love and support. Hope you all are doing great. So you all already heard this that Joe Biden already stepped down and he has handed everything to Kamala Harris, and Kamala Harris has pledged to earn and win the nomination after Joe Biden's endorsement. See, we all already can see what is going on, and this particular one, it's coming home. You all already know how much I do not like to tell anybody to vote for this person, to vote for this person, but this particular one is ours. This is a great opportunity for us to bring back democracy back. A lot of people are very mad that Joe Biden is living the. Black women or black people are really amazing. You all know that you predicted this. Actually, that something may happen. I also said this like some month back that there might be something happening and Joe Biden will have to step down for Kamala Harris to continue the race. It has actually happened. And what are we talking about, or what am I saying? What I am saying is that I am urging everybody to dust out themselves, like get ready for November because we are showing out. I want us to show out. We are bringing this home. For those that said, I am not going to vote for Joe Biden because he is genocide Joe, you all can see that it is now a beautiful black woman coming out, and she's going to be the first female president of United States, if I am not mistaken, right? So what am I saying? What I am saying is that let me know what you all think about this. Let us show out. Let's get into this video.
Let me address my people real quick because I'm so sick of this negativity bullshit. Talking, oh, Kamala Harris can't win. White women won't vote for her. First of all, white women didn't even vote for Joe Biden. They voted for Donald Trump. In fact, Hillary got more white women votes than Joe Biden did in 2016. So miss me with that bullshit. I'm so sick of y'all and this defeatist ass attitude, always talking about what white people can decide what the hell black people can be. White people do not decide who the fuck we can be. We have always overcome the fucking odds. They've always tried to tell us what the fuck we couldn't be. They told us we couldn't be president. We did that shit. They told us we wouldn't be Supreme Court. We got 3 of them motherfuckers. They said we wouldn't be legislators. Said we wouldn't be lawmakers. Said we wouldn't be lawyers. But we've been all of these things. Said we wouldn't be entrepreneurs. Said we wouldn't build our own businesses. We've been all of these things. We've always overcome. Why are you asking white people for permission to be who you are set to fucking be? What the fuck is that? How is that fucking pro-black? Stop and miss me with that bullshit. If you vote, we can win. Miss me with that defeatist ass fucking attitude. Kamala been telling us for years what can be unburdened by what has been. What the fuck, you think you fell out of a goddamn coconut tree? Your ass better vote for goddamn Kamala.
What's up, everyone? I'm Coach D. Hey, if you like my content, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to my page. We're on the road to 20,000 subscribers, and I really do appreciate you guys. So if you haven't heard the news, Joe Biden recently released a statement saying that he will not be seeking re-election. He talked about all the great things he did for the country. He thanked Kamala Harris for being a great vice president, but he did say in the interest of the country and his party, he will not be seeking re-election. Now, a lot of us who've been around this, we've heard from our sources, we've heard from a lot of people that there was a good chance he would be stepping down before this weekend was over, and he did. So as much as it's not shocking, it's still kind of surprising that it actually happened. And one of the things the statement that he released didn't talk about was the direction of the party. He did thank Kamala for being a good vice president, but he didn't say anything about who was going to be stepping up to run for president. He did say in the letter that he would be talking to the American people in the next couple of days. So I'm assuming we'll be hearing that information in the next few days. But for me, nothing really changes. For me, the Democratic platform is to give people rights instead of taking them away. They believe in equity. They believe in diversity. They believe in caring about the common man. So for me, this doesn't change much because I will still be voting for the person who is running for president on the Democratic ticket. Period.
Don't want no enemies or ops. Envy in they heart, I tell them stop. Vacation on the yacht.
When we voted for Biden in 2020, we also voted for Kamala Harris. And when people went out to vote in the primaries for Joe Biden, they also were voting for the opportunity for Kamala Harris to step in and become the president of the United States. Meaning, the only person who can take on this presidential election is Kamala Harris. This is the time for the Democratic Party to unite behind her, because we don't have time to be deciding who else could it be. And there shouldn't be another option, because she is Biden's successor. The obvious choice is Kamala Harris. It's time for us to have the first female president of the United States, and we need to get her elected. So instead of freaking out, we don't have time for that. Of course, I am upset that Biden decided to drop out this late, but we don't have time for that. We don't have time for regrets. The only time that we have is to unite the party and make sure that she wins. And whatever you're doing, Biden already did it. It's done. And now it's time to rally behind Kamala Harris, our first female president, okay?
So, I get it. I can tell by my comment section in my last video that some of you all are mad that Joseph Biden has dropped his re-election campaign for president of the United States and endorsed Kamala Harris. Yeah, I'm mad that he didn't do it a long time ago, and then these discussions could have been out the way. But I backed you, and you all say you backed the blue, so now I think it's time you listened. In my last video, I read Joe Biden's letter announcing he was withdrawing from his re-election campaign. And now we're going to discuss who he endorsed. This is what Joe Biden posted on his official X account after making the announcement that he was withdrawing from the campaign. My fellow Democrats, I have decided not to accept the nomination and to focus all my energies on my duties as president for the remainder of my term. My very first decision as the party's nominee in 2020 was to pick Kamala Harris as my vice president, and it has been the best decision I've made. Today, I want to offer my full support and endorsement for Kamala Harris to be the nominee of our party this year. Democrats, it's time to come together and beat Trump. Let's do it. And this should have been a thing, but you know what this has shown me? This has shown me how many people that talk about politics don't know how the democratic process in this country works or the purpose of national conventions for each party. But I digress for now. I'll come back and talk about that later. Now, after receiving the nomination, Kamala Harris released the following statement. I am honored to have the president's endorsement, and my intention is to earn and win this nomination. Over the past year, I have traveled across the country, talking with Americans about the clear choice in this momentous election. And that is what I will continue to do in the days and the weeks ahead. I will do everything in my power to unite the Democratic Party and unite our nation to defeat Donald Trump and his extreme Project 2025 agenda. We have 107 days until Election Day. Together we will fight, and together we will win. Now, let's address some of the rumors I saw in my live, because within 30 minutes of President Biden endorsing Kamala Harris for the nominee of president, several Democratic lawmakers and large donors announced they were endorsing her also. Also, President Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton also came out and endorsed her. Hillary is not seeking the nomination. And for all of you all who are snapping about the fact that Joe Biden decided to do what he should have been done, yeah, it was his decision. He made it. Can you all please stop throwing shoes at the wall? We have work to do. If you truly want to keep Donald Trump out of the White House and you are willing to vote for a corpse of Joe Biden, then what's the problem? Let's get it.
Holy fucking shit, I'm just waking up.
Joe Biden has officially stepped down from running for re-election. Throughout the message, he says thank you to the country and everything, and then he says, it has been the greatest honor of my life to serve as your president, and while it has been my intention to seek re-election, I believe it is in the best interest of my party and the country for me to stand down and to focus solely on fulfilling my duties as president for the remainder of my term. So he has not resigned from being president, he's just stepping down from seeking any re-election, which means that Kamala Harris gotta come through. And for all my issues with Kamala and her being a cop,
It is fucking hilarious that the Back the Blue Law and Order crowd is now backing a criminal against a prosecutor. And that Trump, an old white man whose party is anti and he has many weird cases, is now potentially going to be facing a black woman who is pro and prosecutes weird cases. It remains to be seen in what ways Kamala specifically will distance herself, or differentiate herself rather, from Joe Biden, but I do know that maybe we get a different approach to Gaza and we get somebody who's way stronger on stuff like and obviously way younger and more able to pick apart Trump in debates. I think that this was a beneficial decision. I only think that it would have been more beneficial had motherfuckers listened in 2020 when we said these exact same things about Joe Biden and why he probably isn't the best choice. This is crazy. This is unprecedented. I don't know how to give you guys an accurate reading of the situation and predict everything that's going to happen, but I do know the right is going to call her DEI. I know the right is going to say, oh, it was a weak president, so they're trying to get him out of there and put someone else in because they're scared that they might lose the election, which could be true, but they should have been scared that they're going to lose the election considering Trump just got like sprayed or some shit with some shrapnel and now he's a war hero. So I don't know. It's very conflicting. We'll see how things shake out. But yeah, Joe Biden has just announced that he's not seeking re-election. Crazy.
Y'all just couldn't shut up. Y'all just couldn't do right. Y'all just couldn't make it to November. If playing stupid games and winning stupid prizes was a country, America, girl, you won, baby. Not only did Joe Biden step down, he endorsed Kamala Harris, my fave, who I hope wins. I have been hoping she would have won the presidency for 4 years. That's where I've been. But despite that, people who don't actually pay attention to politics decided to jump in with their stupidity and got emotional instead of playing the strategic game. So now we're in the fuck around and find out phase. So what does that look like? So you mean to tell me the GOP is ran by a buffoon who can't even stay awake during the RNC, who doesn't know what decade he's in? His constituents know this, but said, we're going to stick beside him. We couldn't stick beside ours, but they going to stick beside theirs. But just follow me for a minute. The same GOP members that have been playing the long game for decades, knowing they have taken many L's, waited for this moment for decades. They waited for this moment in particular because the House Speaker is a GOP representative and a religious nut who is threatening to sue if Joe Biden isn't on the ballot, with the help of the Supreme Court, which is ran by majority GOP members that have overturned Roe v. Wade, affirmative action, and anything else that benefits marginalized communities. Oh, but it gets better. We live in a country that don't like black women. So the fact that we have a black woman presidential nominee going up against a white supremacist with a bad tan in a country that has historically hated black people, that responded to Barack Obama, the first black man president, with a white supremacist. Y'all thought calling for the old white man to go up against the old white man to step down was a genius idea. Bitch, blessed day under his eye. Because as much as I want Kamala Harris to win, and I am going to vote down the ballot because we have 435 seats in the House, and in the Senate we have 33 seats, I want to remind you they have the fucking courts to overturn all this shit. Congratulations. So JoJo has dropped out of the race. The paperwork has officially been changed, and it features the name of Madam Vice President Kamala Harris. Now, I see a lot of excitement and a lot of enthusiasm regarding this. It's well deserved. But I want you all to remember something. You can have as many conversations as you like. You can put out as many think pieces as you like. You can make as many videos as you like. You can do as many lives as you like, throwing support behind her. But if you are not registered and you are not ensuring that those in close proximity to you are not only registered, but have a way to get to the polls and have snacks and water to sustain themselves in these lines, because remember, the rules change. There are certain places people cannot give bottles of water or a sandwich or even a pack of crackers to other people in line. They'll have to leave. It means nothing. It means absolutely nothing. And please please, for the sake of all things holy, stop looking to and counting on white people to do anything. If white people had the power to sway anything, they wouldn't be trying to gerrymander the hell out of us. Realize your power and how your power is continuously trying to be stifled. Stop throwing up your hands and giving up. We are continuously defeated because you lay down and retreat before the battle even really begins. So if you would like for this to be your next president of these United States, get out and vote. And not only that, do not forget about down ballot. Research the candidates, because even if you put her in the Oval, it doesn't matter if the supporting cast is shit. You want change? It's time for you to use your power to get change. Stop waiting on the next person to do it. Stop throwing your hands up. Stop pretending that your vote doesn't matter. You all praise all of our leaders from yesteryear. Rightfully so. But keep in mind, they're icons because they were one person who decided to step up. One person, one vote can make a difference. Either way. I want you all to not be short-sighted when it comes to history, because many of you all that decided to throw up your hands and not vote in previous elections, this is why we are where we are today. Don't complain about other people rolling back the hands of time when you're handing them the machinery to do just that. Democrats and left-leaning independents, we were dealt a blow today. And some of us are reeling. That's okay, feel your feelings. But hurry up, because we don't have a whole lot of time. The players may have changed, but the game remains the same. The name of the game is saving American democracy. We have to stop the Republican agenda and Project 2025. Otherwise, American democracy as we know it will cease to exist. The right side of the aisle is coming for us. And they won't stop, so we can't stop. We must continue to fight for our rights and our freedoms, for our communities, for our families, for our children, and for our future. Now is not the time to lose faith and give up hope. I truly believe that now is the time to recommit ourselves to this fight. A fight that I know we can win if we just stick together and remain steadfast and strong in our commitment to one another and in our commitment to saving American democracy. That's why this election, we must vote blue, no matter who. We must show up and show out. We must support whoever the Democratic nominee is, and then deal with those elitist Dems later.
So this is all I got from this video. I am really very excited that we have our own coming out, Kamala Harris. And for those that say they are not going to vote for Joe Biden, now you all can see that we have a black woman coming out, and what are we supposed to do? I am really urging us. Like I keep saying, I am not endorsing anybody, but this is our own. This is our own. And all I can say is that I am glad that we have her, and I am asking us to do what we are supposed to do. Like I keep saying, I don't force people to do what they are not supposed to do, and I cannot force anybody to vote for Kamala Harris. But the best I can do is to talk about her, and I really do look forward to also seeing her manifesto and all that, so I can also elaborate on what she has for us. But I feel like democracy is something that we need, and this one should, I mean, like, we really do need to bring it back home, because trust me, it's now Trump versus Kamala Harris, and I am really wishing her the very best of luck, like the very best. And I am hoping that we all come out to do what we are supposed to do. Now, this is also, I want to say this. I see a lot of people really coming out to say Joe Biden, Joe Biden, Joe Biden. And to my greatest surprise, immediately Joe Biden said that I am no longer running this and I am pushing this to Kamala Harris. Everybody also hopped on that same distance to say Kamala Harris all the way. So that is also a great joy, because seeing that he is no longer there and people are also standing in for this woman is also amazing. Like, it's something that I really love. I love how everybody is like, coming out to say, let's do this for us. And I am saying, let's do this for us because this is ours. Now, you all already know how I see a lot of people, like there was where is that? There is somebody's page. I definitely will still bring all this here one after the other, just to tell you that no matter what you do, especially when you are someone that look like me, you are also not good enough. You are also not I don't know how to say it, but we are absolutely not so good enough, right? I already heard them saying Joe Biden or anybody that is, whoever Joe Biden is bringing and all that is not a problem. And who are the people saying that? Women. So the truth is that some of them already, they have made up their mind that they are going to vote the other party. And like I keep saying, I do not have any problem with, but we all are smart enough to know when we are getting closer to danger or when we are closer to furnace. If we are closer to furnace, you can feel the fire from far away. I mean, like, you can feel it, right? That you are very close to fire and you start looking for a way. Even if you don't see, you have to use your other sense organs or your other parts of the body to find your way out of the place and the rest of it. So I am saying that we should really be smart this time around. You see this position, we should bring it back home. She is our own. This is what I call it. Let's bring it home. She is ours. And we are going to also do what we can do to support ours. For those that said, for some men and women, because I see a lot of people's commentary, like all this while they say it's genocide Joe, they don't want to vote. Now we have a black female, and she is going to be the number one. God, I really would be very glad if this happens for us. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.